Everybody loves the idea of being the one who knows better until they realize what it actually costs. Prometheus wasn't punished for stealing fire. He was punished for seeing too much, caring too much, and refusing to stay quiet about what he knew. And if you ever been the person in your family, your friend group, your job, your relationship, the one who sees the patterns, the dangers, and the truth, you know exactly what that feels like. Because being the one who knows better isn't a gift, it's a burden. People always say, I want honesty. Be honest with me. Oh, I love real, raw, unfiltered honesty. But what they really want is comfort. Prometheus saw humanity freezing in the dark. He saw what they needed. He saw what the gods refused to give. So he acted, not because he wanted to be a hero, but because he could not stand to watch people suffer when he knew there was another way. That's what it feels like to be the one who knows better. You see the fire, you see the solution, you see the truth. And suddenly you're responsible for it, even if nobody asks you to be. And that's exactly what I hate about some people. And I know hate is a strong word, and we're not supposed to hate, we're supposed to love. But that's what I hate about some people. You want me to be honest. You want real honesty. You want real unfiltered, raw honesty. But then when you get it, you get mad at the person who was honest with you. Like, did you want me to lie to you, or did you want honesty? Like, which one is it? Do you, it- like, is you cool or is you not cool? Like, what you want? Do you want honesty or do you want the lies? Honesty or lies? Choose which one you want. Knowing better isolates you. People don't thank you for saying the truth. They resent you for it. They call you dramatic, negative, too much, hard to love, hard to manage, hard to silence. Because when you know better, you disrupt the comfort of people who would rather stay in the dark. Prometheus didn't just bring fire, he brought accountability. And people don't like accountability. We see that every day. I remember there was a post on Facebook that said, would you have a sit down with the friends you fell out with? Would you ever sit down and talk to the friends you fell out with and talk about everything? And most people's responses were like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it because I have grown and I have moved past it. So me, honestly, this would be my answer. I would have a sit down. I would have a conversation with them, sit down and talk. We talk about everything that happened. But accountability has to be present because if it's just going to be, oh, a Christian, you did this, or Christian, you did that, then we're not going to get nowhere. We're not. Because one thing about me, you're not finna just sit and blame me. Like I was the only problem in the friendship. Like I was the problem, which I was not. I admit I was probably not a great friend, probably not. Everybody's not a great friend. I was a good friend, not a great friend. Yeah, I made mistakes sometimes. But was I the sole cause of the friendship declining and dissolving? I was not. So I would have a sit down conversation. But honestly, accountability has to be present. You have to take accountability for your actions. Of course, I'm going to take accountability for my actions because that's what I'm going to do. That's what I've always been doing, taking accountability for things I have done as well. But honestly, if it came down to would I actually do it, or would those friends that I fell out with and everything, would they do it? Don't think so. They might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know their minds. But would I do it if accountability is present and we're able to talk like grown people? Because I do not want us to go back to that point where we was in high school. We have been out of high school since 2021. We graduated in 2021. We have been out of high school since 5 years. We have been out of high school 5 years. I want to talk like grown adults. I don't want us to go back to the petty childish mess that we used to do and everything. I don't. because at some point we should have all grown up and we should all think about everything that we have done and, just realize that it's time to let stuff go. But only if accountability is present. But who knows? The punishment for knowing better is often being misunderstood. Prometheus was chained to a rock, not because he was wrong, but because he was right too early. That's the part nobody talks about. Sometimes you're punished not for your mistakes, but for your clarity, for seeing the consequences before they happen, for naming the thing everyone else is trying to avoid, for refusing to pretend you don't know what you know. Being early feels like being alone. The burden of insight is that you can't unknow it. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Once you understand the truth, you can't pretend you don't. Once you recognize the fire, you can't go back to the cold. And that's the curse. You carry knowledge that changes you. You carry awareness that isolates you. You carry responsibility that exhausts you. Prometheus didn't suffer because he was wrong. He suffered because he couldn't go back to pretending. Neither can you. But here's the part of the myth people forget. Prometheus wasn't wrong. Humanity needed the fire. They needed the warmth. They needed the light. They needed someone who was willing to take the risk. And that's you. You're the one who sees the pattern first. You're the one who feels the shift first. You're the one who understands the cost of staying silent. You're the one who knows better, not because you want to be, but because you can't help it. Being the one who knows better hurts, but it also heals. You break cycles, you prevent disasters, you protect people who don't even realize that they're being protected. You carry wisdom that saves lives, relationships, futures. You pay the price for it, but you also change the world because of it. Prometheus didn't just bring fire, he brought responsibility, and so do you. The world needs people who know better, even if it doesn't always appreciate them. You're not dramatic, you're perceptive. You're not difficult, you're discerning. You're not negative, you're aware. And awareness is kind of a fire. Dangerous, powerful, necessary. You may be punished for it, you may be understood for it, you may be isolated because of it, but you're not wrong for knowing better. You are Prometheus, and the world is warmer because of